What's going on, guys? Aaron here on Easy Street, professional driver, amateur human. So today I'm going to go ahead and answer um, one of the biggest questions that I see floating around, um, and what some drivers are talking about. And so I wanted to give my opinion on it, and that is autonomous trucks. Do I see them having a future at Prime? That's coming up right after the intro. So what what I've been seeing a lot is that people are worried about autonomous trucks, um, and how they will affect the future of trucking. Now, I want to start by saying I absolutely do see that there very well could be a future where trucks become autonomous or at least partially self-driving. Um, However, at Prime, I don't necessarily see that happening anytime soon. I see that we are a company with a lot of irregular routes. It would take a lot of programming, a lot of money to transfer their systems into any kind of autonomous fleet. We also don't have a large network of hubs, so I don't see them going, you know, only from say Springfield to Salt Lake when the load at Craft might deliver to, I don't know, Albuquerque, Las Lunas, um, or Springfield to Georgia when they open that terminal, when the load might only have to go to Dallas. Um, and thinking about how they would have to adapt their company, Prime would have to adapt to be able to handle it. Um, and do I think that they will be fully autonomous? I really don't, and there's a reason for that. Um, there's going to have to be somebody in the truck that can make changes on the fly. That, say there's a load that's really heavy. The tandems aren't going to slide themselves. They're not going to be able to scale out um, a weight to see, how much is on the drives. Well, they might be able to see how much is on the drives, but not how much is on the tandems, what the gross weight is. Um, Stopping to get fuel, obviously, you'll need to stop more frequently. I mean, maybe one more time on a run to get fuel on a heavy load versus, I don't know, a load of cans over by Coors in Denver, or Budweiser or whatever. I don't see there being a way for them to get every single customer that we service, um, even the ones that they get off the spot market or brokered loads, or however they do it for loads that aren't our customers. I don't see how they would be able to get every single customer to have their facilities set up to handle autonomous trucks. And how, say at a Walmart, a large Walmart, um, when they say put it in the 200 row, but you don't know that until you've gone to the office, given them your paperwork, um, you know, and they're like, oh yeah, put that in the 200 row. How's it going to find the next trailer to pick up? There's going to have to be somebody there. And I don't know, using Walmart as an example, they're trying to save as much money as they can. They're not trying to hire a bunch of employees to go drive trucks around the lot and hook them up to trailers. Um, so I don't see that there's a future where there's no driver in the truck. Now, I do see that there's going to be like a semi-autonomous, and it would really behoove these companies to have some kind of policy when that does happen to require the driver to be in the seat, even if they're not driving the truck, like physically driving the truck. There needs to be a driver on the seat should the technology fail, should something happen, to be able to deal with the shippers and receivers and the fueling and that kind of stuff. Because I don't see a future where there's not somebody. Um, like I said, I really think there should be somebody in the seat that's qualified to drive a truck. Uh, because if something happens while you're going down the highway and you're in the sleeper, then you don't have the time to react, to get up into the seat and do what you need to do. Say, I don't know, a steer tire blows, something like that. An autonomous truck, I don't know that it will be able to take care of the situation in that split second. Now, that's not to say that it won't eventually get to that point. I just don't see it happening in my career, which I expect to be another 30 or so years. I don't see it happening in my career. I do see progressions and I do see evolution coming. Now, a company like Swift or Knight Swift, USX, all the ones under their banner, where they've got terminals every 200 miles in this country, when you combine all of their subsidiaries, I could see them doing something like that because it could be a hub to hub thing. I could see that kind of stuff. But at Prime, with the amount of ability, or the amount of, what am I trying to say, amenities, um, that Prime puts into their terminals, I do not see a future where Prime has autonomous trucks take over. At least, like I said, not in the near future. So that's just my take, guys. I just wanted to throw that out there. I hope you guys have a great day. And remember, when you look past the junk in life, everything is beautiful. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Stay safe out there.